Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Somerset High School for tonight's Division II Sectional A team sectional action. I'm Teague Fenwick, host of the Wisconsin Wrestler Podcast, and helping me bring all the action tonight is a four-time state champ, Wisconsin Badger wrestler Jens Lantz. And Jens, gotta love team sectional night, man.
Oh, this is it. This is we're gonna see who makes it. It's gonna be a fun one.
And Jens, you were part of 4 Ellsworth teams that qualified for Team State in your career. What's kind of the feeling for these teams coming into tonight?
Yeah, every kid has their job, right? And we'll see which coach gets them ready to go and everyone that does their job. It'll be interesting to see.
And man, tonight, I thought we were beginning the national anthem there, but now we are getting into the national anthem. We're going to take a quick break and we'll hop on afterwards.
High School Choir Director Jamie Helvicki. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Is there like a camera on each mat, or is it like one camera for both mats?
That's the far one. That's the close one.
All right, sound goes to both of them. Beautiful. You guys got a great setup here.
Trevor goes to
All right, beautiful national anthem there, and it looks like we are going to get the wrestling started soon here. We will be starting this semifinals round at 145 pounds. Just a real quick look at the matchups. First of all, officials for tonight, we have Dave Brandvold out of Baldwin Woodville, Steve Schutte out of Menominee, and Gail Pronchitsky from Hudson. But we have Amory, who comes in ranked first, defending team state champions. They'll be taking on Northwestern, who won their regional on Saturday, ranked 11th in the state. And then we also have West Salem Bangor, ranked 12th in the state. They will be facing off against Neilsville Greenwood Loyal. And Jens, I know you had a couple of good battles with the Neilsville Greenwood Loyal Warriors back in the day.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of familiar teams here. I know Amory was always tough to get through, and Neilsville always brings a tough squad. So it'll be some great wrestling tonight.
It looks like we are getting the action started on 145 for both mats. We'll let the names get loaded up here real quick. It looks like for Amory we have senior Mason Tiley facing off against Parker Follis of Northwestern, a 15 and 16 sophomore.
Quick takedown right there, right to the back, not wasting any time.
And I think that's our quick pin award for the night.
Yeah. Not wasting any time.
Over on mat number 2, we have Neilsville NGL's Gavin McFarland, sophomore. He's taking on freshman Trevor Arns from West Salem Bangor. Score over there right now. Looks like it's knotted up at 0 in the early goings of that match. And Jens, these teams did not have, none of these teams had an easy route to get here. So Amory in their regional, they had to face off against Baldwin Woodville, St. Croix Central. They won by 30, but they had the same amount of qualifiers, same amount of champions. looks like we got a little headlock situation over there on mat number 2.
Bonus points are big here in these early rounds.
And good fight there by McFarland. We'll see if he can fight out of that.
Right on
50
the edge
seconds,
there.
though, for Arns to work with. That's a lot of time for someone to
yeah.
hang out in a headlock position. So Amory did beat Baldwin Woodville by 30, but same amount of qualifiers, same amount of champions. All came down to bonus points. We know these Amory Warriors like to get their pins. Northwestern won by 17 over Barron, so they kept it close as well. Neilsville Greenwood Loyal, and there it is.
Getting off to a fast start here.
Yeah, first 2 matches at 145, getting off to 2 pins. Looks like we might have had a pin over on mat number 1 as well.
Ingham wasting no time again. He's in on a leg. He'll look to go to work on top. He's pretty tough on top. He'll look to get to his bars early.
Tell him trying to chop that arm down, maybe roll the wrist out, then look for that bar there. For Neilsville Greenwood Loyal, they've gotten in a few good battles with Regis this year. They ended up winning by about 21.5 points at their regional. And West Salem Bangor, Gens, get this regional. Melman GET scored 234.5. Ellsworth scored 236.5.
There's another pin, just like that. He loves those bar arms.
You called that one perfectly there, Jen. So Amory jumps off to a quick 12-0 lead. So you got a 152 starting over on mat number 2 as well. Let you know once we get the names up here. Looks like we have a Keegan Anding of NGL and Isaiah Murphy of West Salem Bangor.
In quickly on a takedown too.
Quick takedown by Anding there. And I believe Anding does come into this. He's honorable mention in the rankings. West Salem wins their regional by 5 points. You got to imagine that's one of those deals where all it takes is one match.
Slim margins, and that's just doing your job, you know, going out there scoring bonus points. It's really important this time of year, you know, who can score bonus points and who can do their job, not give up those bonus points.
New match starting on mat number 1. Eddie Symes, who moved over to Amory from Minnesota. I believe he was a state place winner last year as a senior. In on the leg quickly.
They look to finish on one leg. Nice trip. Takedown, and he's going to cut him right away. Those bonus points. Amory knows. You know, they've been here before. They know bonus points are critical as he's in on another single leg. Knee pull single. He's going to cut him again. 4-2.
You know, obviously on paper coming in, Amory the favorites in the sectional. Symes works another takedown. So we have a tilt situation over on mat number 2. Northwestern talked to Coach Tim Kaufman a little bit before. I know their team's a little down even from their regional lineup as well, but you know, you got to use team sectionals as an opportunity just to help grow your program a little bit regardless of the result. Oh,
for sure. This is a big opportunity for a lot of kids, you know. I like you said, I've been on both sides of it. These are special moments for kids. Getting to Madison with your team is another thing. I mean, it's awesome to be down there for the individual state tournament, but if you can enjoy it with your teammates, that was special to me. So I feel for these kids, you know, that get the opportunity to do it.
It's like 4 seconds left in the first period over on mat number 2. Murphy getting an escape in the last few seconds there.
Those are big points at the end of periods. As Shane Sparks, I could hear him saying it now, big mat return. You know, guy on bottom, you got to get those points. End of periods, those really come into play late in matches.
And now Symes doing a little work on top and pretty successful at it. Has Landwehr on his back.
There's another pin for Amory.
So that makes it 18-0, and you know, coming from the commentary side, it's always a lot easier said than done while we're sitting up here, Jens, but obviously one of the keys if you want to hang with Amory in a duel is you have to prevent bonus points, but man, do they make it tough.
They do. They're relentless, man. Like I said, they're looking to score bonus points, and they're going to wrestle hard for 6 minutes, right? They're going to battle. They're going to fight and scratch and claw for 6 minutes, and you got to be willing to match that.
Murphy with a pretty good cross-body ride over on mat number 2 here. Already getting into 170 pounds over on mat 1. Amory up 18-0. I believe Tanner Kaufman for Northwestern is out tonight, so they will be sending in a reserve. I'll get the name of that. Amory, if I had to guess, that's Cole Andren, 8'11" junior out there on the mat. So for Northwestern, it's 5'6" junior Justin Fouts.
Yeah, it's important, you know, your backups, it's a big role, right? They take this, they got to take this and use this opportunity, you know. They might be in the lineup next year, and this is a big opportunity for them.
That's a good arm bar over there by Murphy. We'll see if might need to get a hook on that top arm, try to work him back a little more.
He needs to get his chest up on his chest right now. He doesn't have much weight up on his chest, and there he goes to readjust, makes it back to his stomach.
Hey, get this, starts down 5-1, now back in this 5-4. Shows how important good top wrestling can be.
It is, mat wrestling is important. It is really important. That kind of evens the playing field, right? Everyone's great on their feet. If you can ride and you can get away, that's a good skill to have as Amory picks up another fall.
And that makes it 24-0 in the early goings of that duel. And Jens, the scary part is we aren't even at the meat of Amory's lineup necessarily.
I guess what is the meat of their lineup? They are solid all the way through. They don't have any holes in that lineup, and that's what makes them, you know, a special team. You know, that's why they're ranked #1 in the state.
If you had to choose a spot, you got to go 95 through heavyweight with Hopkey, Beasy. Now 2 state champs and a state runner-up coming into this. What's even scarier is you get done with that. At the top of the curve, you have Brendan Berkey at 106.
And he's long, lanky, and he's going to look to cradle you from everywhere.
And it looks like Andy must have picked up a reversal, now looking to secure a pin, and there it is. So that'll knot things up at 6 for the Catbirds. West Salem Bangor, I believe, second longest trip here tonight. I believe it's about 2.5 hours for them, but again, Northwestern, I think, takes the title for the longest trip, which they probably have for a lot of tournaments.
Oh, yeah. they have a trek, there's no doubt about it. They got a special team, though, so it's good that they can make this trip every year.
So they got 182. This is a pretty solid matchup right here, Jens. Yeah. We have Ian Smith, sophomore out of Northwestern, comes into this 45-2. Was a state runner-up at 182 pounds last year. He's taking on Grant Cook of Amory, who's 34-9, ranked 7th in the state on the year so far.
Yeah, I think we could see this matchup even Saturday. These are 2 kids that they love to battle, and they're good in every position as you see them rolling around right now.
Good escape there by Cook. Yeah, looking at the brackets. So depending on the matchup we might see in the finals, Grant Cook and Luke Noel out of West Salem Bangor face off in the first round of sectionals on Saturday. Smith on the other side of the bracket, but wouldn't put it past these 2 to meet.
Right, no. Ian was real close on another single leg. He's clingy. Cook's working on a wrist right now. Fighting for 2-on-1s.
It's like they're both going for the same the same hold there.
Ian loves to be on those 2-on-1s. Got to watch him wrestle a little bit. He lives on those 2-on-1. He controls the ties. He can slow the match down.
Looks like over on mat 2, that's Cody Peterson of West Salem Bangor, putting Garrett Learman on his back. Hey, that's a good old-fashioned half Nelson, I believe, he got over there.
He's getting close. There it is.
And West Salem takes the lead at 12-6.
Man, we've seen bonus points, I think, in every match, both sides. It's going to come down to bonus points, and so far, we're seeing it everywhere.
It's been a pin fest so far. I think 3 pins over on mat 2, 4 over on mat 1. I mean, barring a catch, though, here on mat 1, I think we could see this one go the full 6 here between Cook and Smith.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a fun match, and we're going to get to see it a couple more times, I think.
Smith up 3-1 now. Guessing he got the escape there.
He's going to need some hand control, get to his feet. He's going to have to move his feet. There he is, he's out. He comes up with an underhook.
Cook controlling that wrist right now.
Taking center. He keeps his butt to the center. He keeps moving forward.
I was going to say, I always love to see the action in the middle of the mat. New match over on mat number 2. That's sophomore Dane Luchterhand of Neilsville Greenwood Loyal. He's going against Andy Johnson of West Salem Bangor. Now looking at all the talent that we have here tonight, I know we have a few guys out, but Amory 9 sectional qualifiers, Northwestern 6 sectional qualifiers. The NGL, they have 8 sectional qualifiers. West Salem has 8. You have over 25% of the sectional qualifiers wrestling here tonight, barring injury.
Right. Yeah. No. This is a really tough team sectional, and on Saturday we're going to see the same thing. Guys that come out of this sectional, they're going to make their name down in Madison.
And historically, the results have kind of shown that that's usually the case. If you can make it out of your sectional or even your regional in some cases, you're going to have a good shot to make the podium at the Kohl Center.
For sure. No, this is a very tough sectional. Cook's putting a good hard ride, Ian Smith putting a good hard ride to finish the period. Ooh, good little scramble there right at the end.
Little quad pod to a switch. Not often you see that combo.
No. Nope. It's good chain wrestling right there. Knotted up 0-0 between West Salem and Neilsville.
So Luchterhand, sophomore, 31-14 on the year. You know, you're kind of hard pressed to find an underclassman that has good success at those middle to upper weights, but it's like Luchterhand's done exactly that this year.
Good, he's looking for a cradle on top there. Unfortunately, you come over the head. Bottom guy can move out. No escape yet. He's coming to his feet. There, we'll see one.
Third period over on mat number 1. Quick switch attempt there by Cook. We'll see if he can get some type of leverage.
He covers his hips. Good little ride by Smith there. Keep his hips flat there.
And Cook, even though he didn't get points out of it, I should say, nice job clearing the arm. I think you see a lot of high school wrestlers on that switch attempt. They leave that arm back, makes it easy to get trapped. And
right. This is high-level wrestling, as we talked about. We've said it. They're going to see each other a couple times, and Cook's going to. This is good for Cook to feel this.
Oh, great drag there over on mat number 2 by Johnson.
Nothing. No takedown. Good little scramble there on the edge.
Good drag by Johnson. Even better job by Luchterhand. If he gets one finger down on the mat, that's a takedown there.
Right, yes. Smith gets called for a stall call with a little Blair ride there.
All right, back to that quad pod position.
It's good riding right there. Good pressure. Nice shot by is it Luchterhand?
Yep. Luchterhand, one of the yeah, 1-0 in that match right now. So assuming if it stays packed going into the third, Luchterhand probably gonna choose down, look for the tie. And man, what a tough ride here by Smith.
He keeps those hips covered. He's working hard on top. He's got a wrist, hooking back ankle, threatening cradle right now.
And man, not often do you see that. Cook down here gets 2 stall calls against him. I think it just shows how how dominant Smith has been on top so far.
Yeah, Cook. This is good for Cook to feel. He's like I said, we're probably going to see that match Saturday. He's got to go back to the drawing board. And I know those Amory coaches will have him ready come Saturday.
And if we do have others from the sectional listening at home, Cook would have his work cut out for himself to make it to the finals. Even Caden Weber of Regis Altoona, undefeated junior.
Okay.
Also on the top side of that bracket. So that'd be a good matchup to see potentially in the semis there. Always got to say potentially. Don't want to give any commentary jinxes.
Nope. We hit 1-0 heading into the third period. Luchterhand chooses bottom. Leg comes in right away. He's going to look to sit that hip.
Johnson with that cross body ride.
Going to sit him to that hip. And Hopkey looks to have a cradle locked up on mat one real quick.
And didn't even really get time to talk about the name there.
Yep. I think we just got the second, or maybe the first fastest pin. Didn't take long.
Yeah, I got that in the 9 seconds.
There we go. We'll see his brother follow him right up.
Man, talk about, so Coy Hopkey obviously didn't get a whole lot of chances to show himself off to the state last year, given the circumstances of the year. State champion in Division II at 220. This year they go to all the toughest tournaments. Coy still comes into this undefeated. I'd say his premier win probably comes in the Cheesehead Finals against Gavin Nelson of Simley, who was ranked 5th in the nation.
Yeah, no, that's a huge win. I know they've practiced together multiple times. He's felt him before, but that's a big win. That puts. I know he was on the map. He's a double. I think he won Fargo in both freestyle and Greco. But you take out Gavin Nelson, a world team member. You know that's a big win.
And there it is.
Over on mat 2, tied up 1-1. Less than a minute left. This is a big match, right? Toss-up matches. Gotta have those. Little blood time, breaking the action.
Next up on mat number 1 at heavyweight for Amory, we'll have Robert Beasy, a state runner-up last year, comes into tonight ranked 1st in the state, is 41-3 on the year. Representing Northwestern will be Andrew Borky, 23-20 junior.
Talk about a guy who loves to compete. Robert loves to compete, and he goes forward. You won't see one step backwards.
He's staying on the attack. Good snap down front head. Going right to that cross face.
Switching sides, yeah. It's pretty violent with that cross face. A lot of those Amory guys living on those cradles.
Not easy to successfully execute a barbed wire at the heavyweight class, but Beasy making it look easy there. That's another pin, and mathematically 6 matches left. Amory does have this one locked up, but hey, we still have, like you said, Jens, a lot of individual pride on the line. Could see some rematches on Saturday.
Right, yeah, no, that's important. You're going to see him again on Saturday. Make sure you make a statement today. Make every point hard.
It's like we're heading back to the action here over on mat number 2. Johnson and Luchterhand knotted up 1-1, and you know, you can't say it's 1-1 for a lack of offense. We've seen both guys getting after it on their feet. So we'll wonder if we'll see something here with 40 seconds left in the third.
Who's going to get out of their comfort zone and take that attack? Oh, he's in on a leg, Luchterhand in. There's a takedown right there at the 30 seconds left. No, he waved. Did he wave it off? He waved it off. Johnson scrambling. He's got nothing. He did not. He's got nothing. He waved it off. There's 15 seconds left there on the edge of the mat. He's got to pull that ankle towards him, and he stalemates it.
Talk about pure grit by Andy Johnson there.
Yes, that was close. They gave him a little bit of reaction time. It looked like he had 2 right away, but Dave says no, he waves it off.
Johnson was basically holding on by his fingertips there, somehow able to...
He was able to use the edge of the mat too. a little bit in his favor.
You know, you could argue that the number one thing if you want to be good at this sport, you just need to keep trying to improve your position. I think you see most mistakes happen when kids stop.
Stop wrestling, exactly. Yep, you got to keep wrestling in every position.
And you see out of the lacrosse area, they have that lacrosse area wrestling club down there, and I think you see it stem through the schools a little bit. You're going to see a lot of good mat wrestling on top and bottom, and you're going to see a lot of good, you know, from those kind of scramble positions as well, or those flurries on the mat.
Yeah, and those things happen in practice, right? We call it spar. I know a lot of guys love to spar, and it's a great tool to use. You learn how to wrestle in all positions. You're comfortable in every position. As Berkey gets a pin there.
That'll make the score up 48-3 in Amory's favor.
At the overtime here between Johnson and Luchterhand on number 2.
Jen, it's looking like we're going to get a pretty cool experience that can happen in D1 sectional, but D2, D3, one of those duels finishes first, and you have a tight one on the other mat. You can feel the whole gym kind of get into it.
All the eyes turn to that mat.
Yeah, we are in that sudden victory period now.
Luchterhand has an underhook. He's going to look to use it. Get to an underhook, you want to attack off it right away. You don't want to hold. Don't give the guy an opportunity to clear it. Both guys not real confident in their offense right now, kind of taking some half shots. Who's going to be the guy to commit? He's back in that underhook. Look to use it right away. He's got to commit to it.
Back at the edge of the mat. And like you said, Jens, I think it's one of those deals too. They had a couple of good shots earlier, but when those shots don't work out, it definitely makes it easy to put a mental block on you.
Yeah, they're both exhausted too. We're in minute 7 of wrestling. Guys, their legs are starting to get heavy. Body starts to get tired. Lungs.
Looks like we had a forfeit over on mat number 1. Yeah, score 66-3. Amory now.
Johnson's going to choose bottom first on mat number 2. He's got 30 seconds to get away. Again, Luchterhand goes over the arm. It gives him a chance to clear his arm as he does there. There's an escape for Johnson.
And I know it's a little late here, Jens. I did get a tag. It is Luchterhand. That was my.
Yep.
Neilsville coach Scott Bryant did say when we were in that coaches meeting, he did say he goes by both of them. Always trying to get the correct pronunciation.
Oh.
Wow, what a call here.
There's a stall call for Johnson on Luchterhand. He's going to take a 2-point lead with 4 seconds left in this overtime. Luchterhand will have choice going into that next tiebreaker there.
So looks like we had a few forfeits from 113 to 126 over on mat 1. It says it's already at 138. I'll wait until that's updated.
Yeah, it's just Wentz. Looks like it's Wentz. Yeah, he's a 138-pounder. So, yeah, it must be 138.
So
last match of the duel here at Amory and Northwestern.
Joseph Wentz, he's taking on Seth Cruz of Northwestern, a 7-16 freshman. So here we go. Looks like that stall call was against Luchterhand. So 3-1, and Luchterhand's down. Obviously going to be looking
for
the
reversal. He's got it.
Wow.
There it is. He's got to ride him. He's got 20 seconds. He's got to put a hard ride. He has been called for stalling. He's got to keep him down. He's going to have to stay behind.
Good chin drop.
Wow.
And there's the swipe. 10 seconds left.
Big win for Luchterhand. Turned the wrong way right into him. Wow. Did not see that one coming.
You can't script a match like that, Jens.
No, you can't. You're up by 2 in overtime. Man, you got to put a hard ride on, and 1, not 2. How many times do you hear coaches yell, 1, not 2?
And Luchterhand, he planned that perfectly almost.
Right. Just how he wrote it up, right?
Over 138, looks like we have some blood time there. Wentz is up 5-0 on Cruz here. I do know between both duels, obviously we'll keep the action focused on West Salem versus Neilsville while they're wrestling, but we can update you on a little team sectional action across the state as well during that about 15-20 minute break. Up next here though on the mat, we have Damian Sampson of NGL and Luke Knoll of West Salem Bangor.
Knoll with a quick low single there. He's got a half and he's looking to run it. He's going to pull it across his lap. There it is, and he's going to sink that half in deep.
Textbook
nice.
right there.
There you go. That's just how you, off your knees, pull it across your chest. Just how you drill it right there.
And plenty of time to work with here.
Gonna have to sink his chest back on chest. He's gonna reverse the half there.
And wow, give props to Sampson. Dude is fighting out there. Not a fun position to hang out in.
Gonna get his arm through. He's about to get. Oh. No, sticks that half in deep. That's
nice catch there by Knoll.
He's got his chest real high. He's able to kind of bridge through. He's got to bring that chest, put it on his chest.
Good adjustment there on top. About 45 seconds left here in the first.
Credit to Neilsville. There's no quit. No quit there. We talk about guys doing their job.
Wow.
Quick fall.
Looks like he had a little momentum on the roll through too, but
quick fall there.
looks like we have more blood time on Mat 1. It's 8-1 in Wentz's favor. Saw he was working that arm bar. Lots of arm bars and cradles from the Amory Warriors tonight.
Oh yeah.
So West Salem up 18-9 now. Just getting into our 195-pound action. For West Salem, I know going off of regional starting lineups at 195. West Salem has 26-13 senior Chris Najera, and Neilsville has 27-10 junior Dan Polzen.
Looks like they're
And it looks like Najera will receive a forfeit. Wonder if they're going to bump Polzen up to 220 here. West Salem has 13-16 senior Hunter Anderson. So he was their starter at regionals on Saturday. So Neilsville coach Scott Bryant must have liked something with the matchup there.
Yeah, that's what this team section is. It's fun, you know. You see matchups that maybe you wouldn't normally see. Coaches are adjusting lineups based on what they're seeing.
So it is Polzen and Anderson out there. Now you look at West Salem's lineup. Seniors in that 195 through heavyweight.
Takedown there. Nice single leg, a big trip.
Now looking to, it's like he's trying to look for an armbar himself here, trying to power his way into that.
What do you know, Wentz with an armbar as well. There it is. There it is.
And that'll make the final score Amory 78, Northwestern 3. And the Warriors now one match away from making their trip back to team state. Crazy to think, given the sectional setup last year, they didn't have any duels for it, just had to place first in the sectional tournament. Hey, it looks like over here, Polzen's getting a takedown of his own now. That'll give him the lead. 3-2 with about 50 seconds left in the first. Now we'll see him go to work on top.
Good ride, staying behind the arms, keeping pressure forward. Using the out of bounds to his favor right now. Yeah, they go out of bounds.
And the matchup that we would have seen at 195 if not for the bump, Polzen's sectional qualifier in 195 pounds, he would have gone against Najera too. So.
Right. Guess we'll have to wait till Saturday to see that.
Yep, that'll be a first round matchup right there.
Ah, coming over the arms.
Oh, man.
There, he's going to throw a deep half in. There it is. Chest on chest. Short time, 20 seconds. There it is.
And Anderson had the right idea there, but again, stopped moving for that split second. Polson took advantage of it. And that'll make the score 24-15.
Bonus points are critical, as you can see.
So on the Neelsville side of things, if you do have a forfeit in that spot, either way, that move ends up becoming a wash. You have to consider that a win.
Right, exactly.
For the Neelsville contingency.
I'm sure these coaches have wrestled this match in their mind 100 times leading up to today.
Up next here at heavyweight, we have Reed Rasmussen, 25 and 15 senior out of West Salem.
Upper body right away. No fear up there.
And for the Warriors, we have Gunnar Hoffman, 33 and 1, a junior.
Ooh, nice double leg.
Goes up 2-0. Now Hoffman came in a couple years ago, the 220-pound freshman, one of those guys where come in from 8th grade. You hear a lot of good things about him. You never know how guys are going to shake up coming into high school, but he has lived up to the hype and then some.
Oh yeah. Coming in as a freshman up that high, that's really tough to do.
Placed 5th at heavyweight as a sophomore last year. As a freshman, placed 6th at 220 pounds. And Rasmussen, just to get an idea of how good Hoffmanson, Rasmussen is 25 and 15, not a bad wrestler at all, and here he is caught in a cradle against Hoffman. And just like that, the score is 24-21.
This is going to be a fun one coming down to it.
And I do know the one unfortunate thing for Neelsville, a couple of their lighter weights are out, so hopefully whether it be forfeits or backup, hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt them in any way. But hey, got to give credit at 220 in heavyweight. So it looks like West Salem does get a forfeit at 106. Neelsville didn't have anyone at 106 in their regional lineup, so I think that was to be expected, but we'll see. Yeah, that must be a freshman Ethan Buchanan now for the Warriors. I feel confident saying Warriors now that there's only one Warriors team on the mat.
Right, exactly.
Buchanan will be taking on Brett Plomidal, 32 and 6 sophomore for the Catbirds. Gotta say, Catbird, probably one of the team names that I like more.
Right.
You got the co-op, West Salem Panthers, Bangor Cardinals, and like what they did with the name. Wow, good low single there.
Exactly. It's tough. Going from 285, they move just a little bit slower. All of a sudden, it's like lightning out there. Guys moving real quick.
I feel like you were familiar with a low single or two in your day.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't quite that fast, though. Textbook finish, too. Didn't waste any time. A lot of times, low singles, you get caught in those scrambles. Oh, nice little roll-through tilt there. It's going to look nothing. Buchanan's able to get to his stomach. As I was saying, getting in those scrambles, they can really slow you down, slow the match down. So it was easy, nice easy finish, kept the head on the knee, was able to finish real quick. He's got a cross wrist tilt, he's looking, he's running his feet.
He was committing to it too.
Oh yeah.
And there it is.
He's able to, he's got his hand between the crotch there.
Buchanan, have to wonder if he's any relation to Stephen Buchanan.
I was going to say the same thing.
I believe Stephen was a state champ out of Neelsville. Now wrestling for Wyoming, I believe. I'm not as familiar with the college scene, but having his fair share of success on the college scene.
Yeah, he was an All-American last year. He's ranked in the top 5 this year. He's having a great year, so.
Plomidal looking. Same thing I think we saw from another West Salem wrestler. They have that half, pull the wrestler into your lap and use that pressure to your advantage.
Yep, that's textbook right there.
Oh, and he has that arm trap too. That's not a fun position for Buchanan. Able to roll out of it though.
He's got a relentless pace here on top. That's really critical spending time on the mat in practice. I don't think we do that enough here, spending that more time wrestling top bottom. That's where a lot of matches are won.
Looks like Plomidal will defer.
Buchanan's going to choose neutral, probably smart. He's ridden for about 1:40 there. He's going to have to move his feet. He's going to get low singles again, just as I say that. Plomidal.
And on both legs there, climbing up. There it is.
Another quick finish. He gets back on top where he's comfortable. You can see he's been very comfortable. Buchanan's able to get to his feet. Plomidal keeps getting to that wrist.
We'll reset in the middle here. Plomidal up 8-0, 18 seconds into the second period.
Good start off the whistle. He's looking to get to that cross wrist again. To see another roll through tilt. I'm sure he's pulling his head down, looking to take him right over top.
Now we have 5 matches left here, so 30 points still theoretically on the board.
Buchanan might want to get his head up off the mat. They might call him for stalling again.
Let's see it. Looks like we have a bar in it. Yep.
That's tight. Nice job by Buchanan fighting that off. He's living on those wrists, living on him. Buchanan gets to his feet. Nice little back trip there, finished as they go out of bounds.
53 seconds left here in the first period. West Salem Bangor up 9. You know, even just a win here, let's say if the major holds up, go up 34-21, you're up by 13 with 4 matches left. You're feeling pretty confident. That's getting to the point where you're one win away from pretty much sealing the deal.
Right, yeah, no. Every guy knows their job. I'm sure their coaches have coached them all the last couple weeks. Know your job. And so I'm sure that they don't need to be told again. They know the magnitude of these duels.
And there it is, Plomidal looking not just for the major, but now trying to get the 6 here.
It's a nice tight half. There it is.
And you saw Buchanan fight out of that position a few times before, but you can only get put to your back so many times. And
yeah, he just kept looking to score on top, and it really wore Buchanan down there, it looks like. Wasn't as much fight as it was in that first period.
Up next here at 120 pounds. We'll check Neilsville's lineup. So it does look like Luke Dukes, 2-time state place winner, is not wrestling tonight. So I think at 120 pounds for West Salem, that'd be Braden Glasspool receiving a forfeit. That puts the Panthers up 42-21. And with 3 matches left, that locks the duel up. So, or sorry, I called West Salem the Panthers, the Catbirds, I should say. So we'll have the Catbirds versus the Amory Warriors in the finals here, gents. But hey, still got a couple matches left here to wrestle. Looks like at 126, we'll have Isaac Schneep Duffy at 21-17 sophomore for the Catbirds. He'll be taking on Derek Jernitz, 24-4 junior for Neilsville.
He's got an underhook again. Look to use those underhooks right away. Don't sit and hold on to them. If you're going to get to a tie, use it.
Jernitz will be wrestling at sectionals in Amory on Saturday.
Nice little duck attempt there. Spins through. He's going to go get his takedown. His go behind.
Hey, there's that chain wrestling you've been talking about all night, Jen.
Yeah,
Just putting moves together.
He's looking for him to come up. I'm going to hit a roll through tilt right here. Got to get his elbow in between the legs there. Comes up, keeps that cross wrist. Leg comes in right away.
Gonna see some banana split action here.
Looking for it. Gonna have to. He breaks him down flat with. He's looking to go far arm there. Cross body ride here.
I've seen a lot of good top wrestling over here on mat number 2.
It's important. I'm glad we're able to see a little stalemate there as he was looking to cast his hips.
It's up 2-0 right now. They reset in the middle. 30 seconds left here in the first period.
Now it's back to that wrist. Going tight waist. Gonna drive him over that wrist.
Yeah, it looks like we have a stall call here.
They're not afraid to call stalling, that's for sure.
And you get to this point in the season, in the postseason, and you kind of see at the start of the year the officials will tell everyone, hey, we'll be a little lenient on the stall calls, but now that you're at this point, you want all good wrestling, you want to keep the action going. Stall call is going to be utilized a lot more by the officials.
Oh, yeah. Schnernitz, hope I'm saying that right, chooses down.
Schnernitz, fourth place finisher at state last year at 120 pounds,
Nice
looking to make the
Granby
trip back there.
Oh, little script.
Oh, that puts him up 4-0. The early goings of the second period, now working from that front head position.
Just have to pull him to the mat. Oh, cow catcher right there, nice. That's tight.
And I thought for a second there, West Salem Bangor, or maybe we're just going to see a drag attempt from that front head position, but
as he does that, he throws that cow catcher in.
that Jernitz just powering over. Whenever I see a cow catcher, I always think of Bo Bresky from Hartford. That,
He was powerful there. You leave your hand hanging, he was going to get you.
That's a dude he didn't want to shoot in on. I think he did that in like the Cheesehead quarterfinals or semifinals. That's not a tournament you see a cow catcher at usually.
He was special. He could get away with a lot of things.
Looks like we're moving on to 132 pounds for Neelsville. That's Hudson Sebastian Opel, 27-8 freshman. And for West Salem Bangor, we have Nick Ziegler, 15-17 at junior. Opel, pretty solid freshman campaign so far.
Real long, lengthy freshman.
Wow, just pulling that arm. That was textbook right there.
Just how they teach you. Pressure, you feel that pressure back, you're going to pull it to the mat.
And even if it doesn't work the first time, there it is.
Yeah. It's just a relentless pressure. Oh, nice. Oh, a little scramble here. Opel in on a...
Gonna at least get some swipes out of this. Trying to look for more, see if he can keep that arm trapped.
He's got a cradle locked up. Got a low leg cradle locked up. He's gonna clean and jerk him up. He's gonna want to try and slide that lock up closer to his neck.
And also, yeah, I had a feeling that grip was going to be broken. You talk about the elbow rule with cradles, Jens. You want one elbow around the neck, one around the knees. And
yeah, one around the knee. I always preach that. One on the knee pit, one on the throat. Very hard for him to break it there.
You could tell his hands were by the knee, and that just makes it easy
to break. That's the strongest part of their bodies, their hips and their legs. Don't want to be locking a cradle up there.
And not on camera, but give credit to the Somerset crew. They're throwing together this final scene pretty quickly here.
They're moving quick. They don't waste any time. Opelt has a cross wrist here. He's looking to maybe get some swipes. Doing a good job riding, good pressure forward as he throws a cross facing. He's going to use his length here. Step through.
And Opel, I don't know if you ever had ever wrestled him directly, but I know Hudson's cousin Phil Opel, part of those Neelsville teams that used to battle.
Oh yeah, we used to battle a lot.
In the early
Philip, he's a good guy. Yeah, we battled many times. It's funny, they look exactly the same. About 6'2", 120 pounds. Hard to wrestle that length.
Hey, give credit to Duffy though, down 7-0, still
He's still
battling
attacking.
in, getting in on that shot.
It's going to want a good job by Opelt there. Chest off his back. Don't want to get lifted. Want to cover his head. Bring a drag, go behind. Good job. It's a nice job. He's got a cradle opportunity right there. I'm sure he has a cradle radar with the length of his arms.
Well, needs to be careful though. Let that arm go.
It's a little lazy there.
But Opelt there on the takedown. Good example of turning defense into offense.
Right, looking to score every position.
A good effort on the mat return there by Duffy, but just got himself out of position a little bit. Now Opelt again looking to get those 2 points back. Does exactly that. Makes the score 2-11 now.
And again, right on that crossface, he's going to look to run around the head. Got a butcher or barbed wire, however you want to say it. And just walk around the head. Bump into him, use your hip, bump him to his hip. He's going to go Turk. He's got a lot of different weapons with his length. He can score from a lot of different positions. He's going to want to get his hips back up on top. Kind of got off the side there. Gets back up on top. And
wow. Give credit to Duffy.
He's battling. Good far ankle scramble here. And I don't think, he did give him one loss of control.
I always like to call in that position.
Yeah, no, he was close to reversal. Opelt lost position a little bit. They gave him a loss in control. Opelt's pulling, easy run around right into that crossface, wasting no time. Gets 3 swipes out of it.
So that makes it 3-18.
That's
that
a
will
tech
be
fall.
a tech here. First tech fall of the night.
Man, the bonus points galore.
Makes the score 42-32. West Salem. And if you're Neilsville, you got a couple guys out. You're obviously not happy with the result, but they have most of their team coming back next year, gents. You have to think that this sectional outing is gonna bring a little fuel to the fire in the spring and summer season, hopefully.
Oh, for sure. And look how close it is. And they had some guys out, as maybe did West Salem, but they're missing. Neilsville's missing one of their leaders, Dukes, tonight, who's going to make a run for a state title this year. Those are important points left out there.
And the last match that we have here of this first round, for West Salem Bangor, we have senior Evan Wolf. And for Neilsville, Greenwood Loyal, we have Rogan Ashbeck. Wolf comes into this tournament, or this night, ranked 30, or with a 36-5 record as a senior. Rogan Ashbeck, so it looks like Jarek Young, Neilsville's usual start at 38, is not in there, but
nice tight half
nevertheless, Wolf gets the pin. That makes the final score 48-32. And the Catbirds, their third team sectional appearance since 2014, will be wrestling for a chance to make it to state, but tough battle ahead for them. We got West Salem versus Amory up next. We're going to see some pretty good matches here.
There'll be some good matches, and I tell you what, I'm not biased. I was from the sectional, but team who comes away from this one has a darn good chance of winning the whole thing. So, again, I've talked a little bit about bonus points tonight. People doing their job, it's going to be important. Amory, as you just saw, they love bonus points. They love pinning people, and we'll see if West Salem can do anything about it.
And West Salem kind of has that matchup. We're going to see a few good matches in the lower to middleweights, and again, a lot easier said than done, but it's just going to be a matter of holding off those bonus points in those last 5 or 6 weight classes.
Yeah, like you said, easier said than done. It's kind of murderer's row up there. they got power up there.
And I think we'll get the action started another 15 to 20 minutes here. In the meantime, we'll just check out some action across the rest of the state. We'll stick to Division II for now. We'll see how we're doing with time. But heading east over to the Amherst Regional, where I think Luxembourg comes in as the favorites on paper there. They had a great regional performance. But right now, Amherst and O'Connell Falls, looks like they're almost at the end of the duel there. O'Connell Falls up 45 to 24. Get this, Jens. Amherst won their regional last week on a tiebreaker. We had a tie in the regional tournament.
Wow, how do you even determine how that happens?
So it was placement points.
Okay,
Yep.
That makes sense.
It was placement points that they ended up winning on over Adams Friendship.
That's good for Amherst. I haven't heard that name in a while, so it's good to see some of that, some new faces, new teams making a run.
And we got, not surprised that this one isn't far end. Freedom and Luxembourg Casco, 5 matches, five full matches, I should say. 2 majors, 3 decisions. Right now, Freedom up 10-7 on Luxembourg, but man, those lightweights for the Spartans, they bring it.
Man, just I'm looking at the results here, and Freedom, Luxembourg, and O'Connell Falls. That's pretty typical right there.
I was gonna say those are all names that you're very well. Even when we were wrestling, I made it seem like we're like 40 years old. Jen and I graduated in 2013 and 2014. I need to quit saying like my day, back in my day.
Wasn't that long ago, was it?
All right, moving down. I'm gonna do that sectional last here, that River Valley team sectional. We'll check out row here. Winneconne versus Kiel. Looks like Winneconne's up 51 to 24 on Kiel right now. Winneconne, part of that, every year they come out with the new alignments for regionals and sectionals. You have to consider Winneconne going southeast, one of the biggest moves, just because they're a team that has the talent to get to state.
Right, yeah, no, they got some real, I know they've had some really good individuals over the years, and now they're putting a really good team together. Credit to their coaching staff there.
And Campbellsport versus Martin Luther. Campbellsport ended up winning that one 48 to 31. But give credit to Martin Luther, Jens. Not a team that you've really ever heard a whole lot about with wrestling. And when we're doing our season preview on the podcast this year, they had a lot of guys returning, a young roster. It's one of those teams like maybe they're a couple years out from a regional title, and they go out and we didn't even pick them to win the regional. They go out and win the regional. That's awesome. It looks like they're ahead of schedule with
right.
their success right now.
No, good for them.
That one was 48 to 31. Campbellsport just pretty solid at the lower weight. So looking like we're going to see Winneconne versus Campbellsport over in that sectional D, southeast sectional. But man, we have a couple of barn burners that I know for sure are taking place down in River Valley. We'll get the current results pulled up here. But we have Prairie du Chien versus Lodi and Evansville versus Whitewater. Right now, 6 matches in. Prairie du Chien up 4 on Lodi. Evansville, who beat Whitewater 59-0 earlier in the year, they are up 53 to 16 with 1 match left. I think the story coming into that one was Prairie du Chien, Evansville, and Lodi. Which one of those 3 is going to come out on top? They were all at the same Lodi tournament, Jens, a couple weeks ago, and all the duels ended up being within 4 points.
That's fun right there. That's that's a team setting, individual setting. Now you get to go and put your squad together, and it's a whole new ball game. There's individual versus dual meet. Things happen, especially this time of year. Pressure starts building for guys. They think they got to do more than they have to do, and pressure gets to guys. So you see a lot this time of year. You're going to see a lot of things, a lot of unexpected things.
Well, that's the thing. Even like comparing the duel to a duel, you don't know if those coaches played all their cards for lineup changes, how kids were feeling then, like whether it be mentally or physically. So I am pumped to see how this one turns out. Prairie du Chien just picked up another win at 145. Looks like a lot of decisions falling in Prairie du Chien's favor right now, but a lot of duel left.
Right, yeah, as we're looking at results, I hate to keep bringing it up, but bonus points, right? You got an 8-point win, and then you got some decisions, guys holding it to decisions. Those are important matches and duels, right? Maybe in the tournament, not so much. You're wrestling for yourself, but in these dual meet settings, man, you got to scratch, claw, whatever you got to do to keep it to a decision, and vice versa. If you're supposed to get those bonus points, man, you got to go get them for the team.
Yeah, it looked like Lodi's Parker Hines picking up a huge pin over Mason Baumgartner, who was a state qualifier last year. But hey, that's kind of what you expect your Suds to do, is come up big in big moments like that.
Yep, do your job.
And while we're waiting here, might as well check out Division 3, because I know we have another good battle going on in the Northwest tonight that we should see in the finals. St. Croix Falls versus Cadott. Seems like they've been on a warpath towards this all year. First round action, Falls did beat Ladysmith 48-27. Cadott beat Whitehall 69-9, but I'm going to give Whitehall their credit. One of the things I really like about them, they're really active on social media, updating people with everything. And that's what you like to see from coaches, just giving that excitement for the program. And I'm just happy that they made it to team sectionals.
Right, yeah, no, you give them credit. That's that's important, for the fan base, for the school district. Get those kids known in the area. That's going to be a fun, I know this area maybe a little bit more than other areas, but it's going to be a fun duel between Cadott and St. Croix Falls. I know at Northern Badger, they were within a few points of each other there, and so, again, that doesn't tell the whole story. I know there's going to be some lineup changes, guys not wrestling up or down weight, whatever it is. It's going to be, expect the unexpected, I guess, here.
Next one up here, Northeast action. We have Surrey Gillett. Surrey. I get corrected on that. My co-host, he's a Northeast guy. I think I get corrected on Northeast pronunciations at least once an episode. But Coleman beat Wittenberg Burnhamwood 63-15, and Shiocton, the quote-unquote new kids on the block, they're down 26-24 against Stratford. They've had a great year so far, and their goal coming into this was to make it to the sectional finals. Doesn't matter who they were facing. I think a lot of people would see a Stratford singlet and might scare them a little bit, but Shiocton has their eyes on, their eyes on the goal. And man, what a duel that we have shaken out there. I
think I'm guilty too. I see Stratford, and you expect Stratford to come out on top, but credit to Shiocton. This is fun duels here.
So we'll find out who Coleman is facing off against probably in a few minutes. Probably won't get to that on the broadcast, but fun to look at nonetheless. Wow, good duel here. We knew Southwest Division III Wisconsin was going to have some good duels tonight. And man, Ithaca Weston, who's had a solid year, they go down 30-21 to Aquinas. On the other side of things, Fenimore's up 24-10 on Mineral Point. They pick up huge points at the upper weights. But at Mineral Point, they're strong in the lower weights, so we'll see if they can chip their way back into this one. One of those duels where it doesn't matter who wins the semis, but you know it's going to be a good finals match.
Right, for sure, for sure.
And then heading over to Sectional D, the Marquezan Sectional. One of the bigger storylines that we have, I would say, going into tonight. Random Lake has made Team State, I believe it's 10 years in a row now.
Okay, wow.
They've made it out of that sectional. But, man, Reedsville Panthers are going to have something to say about that tonight. They beat Random Lake 48-21 in a duel earlier this year. That's a big difference to overcome, but if anyone knows how to come through at team sectionals, it's Random Lake. Right now, Reedsville's up 28-20 on Point Net. Random Lake versus Christian Life. I feel like that's a story that's been told many times the last 10 years. They won 58-21 against Christian Life. So excited to see how that potential Random Lake Reedsville matchup shakes out. Reedsville still needs to get some work done though. And Jen's looking at some lineups here. We'll go through potential big matchups. We'll see. Obviously, it's only speculation, considering there could be moves and whatnot. But I'm excited to see 106, 113. You have Berkey and Anderson for Amory, Resler and Plomedal for West Salem. Those will be a couple of big swing matches that need to fall in the Catbirds' favor, I would say.
Right. Yeah. Both. I know at 106, both guys long, lengthy. It's going to be a battle of who can control who there.
Then moving to 138 pounds, get to see Evan Wolf from West Salem. I know he's a state place winner a couple years ago. He'll be taking on Joseph Wentz from Amory.
Yeah, I know Joseph Wentz here. I don't believe he made it to the sectional, but that's a story in itself. I mean, he had a great season. He knocked off some, top-ranked guys in the state. But that just goes to show you how tough that regional was last week. So do not I know Wolf is ranked high, but don't count Wentz out there. That'll be a fun match.
Well, looking at this regional here, Caden Nichols, 47-0 out of Luck, Frederick, Randsburg, Siren, and Austin Schmidt of Baldwin Woodville. Schmidt and Wentz had 3 really good battles these last few weeks.
Yeah, no, it was a barn burner. I was there at regionals this last weekend, and I know Wentz got a reversal, I think, with less than 5 seconds, and Schmidt caught him on his back with 1 second left and got a defensive fall there.
Oh, wow.
It was, yeah, that was a crazy match in the semis.
Moving up, we have Wyatt Ingham, 41-8 sophomore, going against Cody Peterson, 31-13 sophomore. And then at 170, looks like West Salem has a pretty good matchup there with Andy Johnson. And you just got to, looking at these lineups, we're at 195 through heavyweight. Who's going to step up for the Catbirds and maybe try to stave off some bonus points from Amory?
Yeah, I'm sure the West Salem coaches have lost plenty of sleep this week trying to figure that out. How do we slow those big guys down? And I'm sure they got a game plan, but who knows? You got to go, and that's why you go out and wrestle, because you never know what could happen. But that's going to be a tough task for sure.
And folks, we have the action starting here in 5 minutes. Jens and I will hop back on here to call that, but we got a little action around the state. Got to talk about good matchups here. So we'll be hopping back on once the wrestling starts here, about 5 minutes. A little break, shake it off. Yep.
Jackson Raisler. 113 for Avery, Lane Anderson. West End Banger, Brett Blomdahl. At 120 for Avery, Braden Bernard. And for West End Bangor, Braden Glasspool. 126 for Avery, Hunter Beasy.
Started here in the Division II Sectional A Team Sectional Finals. And a quick introduction here. I'm Teague Fenwick, host of the Wisconsin Wrestler Podcast. I'll be helping call the action tonight alongside my co-broadcaster, a four-time state champ out of Ellsworth, did wrestle for the Badgers at Jen's Lance. And Jen, pretty solid first round.
Yeah, no, wrestling really, both teams wrestled really well, picked up bonus points where they were supposed to. And yeah, Amory, it was pin after pin. And West Elm, they had to get some gritty wins there.
Yeah, Amory did beat Northwestern 78-3. West Salem Bangor beat Neilsville Greenwood Loyal 48-32. It was a pretty competitive duel. Looks like we're getting the action started here. So we started at 145 pounds. The first duel, we started 152 tonight. Looks like official is conferring with the head table there. Looks like that's Wide Ingham out there, I believe, at 152 gens for Amory.
West Salem, Cody Peterson?
Yep, 31-13 sophomore Cody Peterson. Really building up the drama right now. Wondering. And here we go, getting our sectional final action started. Amory looking to make the trip back
right away.
To
Ingham
Team
in on
State.
a shot, gets the leg up high, finishes. Textbook finish there, doesn't waste much time at all, and he's going to go to work on top right away.
Wow, quick takedown there from the sophomore.
He'll probably waste no time looking to get an arm bar. He works hard on top. He looks to get to those bars right away as you see him trying to pull that arm back. Cody Peterson's going to have to do a good job keeping those wrists clear, getting his knees underneath him. Good move, building that base. Now he's going to look to get to his feet right away.
Can't stop. Otherwise, at least from what I saw on the Amory guys, not like they did a whole lot of time wrestling in the first round, but if you stop on bottom, they just get that pressure right back on you. I think that's kind of Mike Kelly's MO, is just being aggressive and constantly bringing that pressure and ultimately just outworking your opponent. And it's crazy how far it can take you.
They're going to wrestle for 6 minutes, right? It doesn't matter if they're up by 1 or they're up by 12, down by 5. They're just going to go look to score points. They're going to make every point hard. Ingham looking to get that bar. He's going to run it hard.
It is big turn there by Ingham.
That's pretty textbook right there. He loses the bar. He's going to reverse the half there. Big points.
Wow, 35 seconds left to look for the pin, too.
He's got plenty of time. Johnson looks to fight. That's goodness.
Peterson trying to sneak an arm through somewhere, but if you're Ingham, you're fine kind of relaxing a little bit in this position, keeping the pressure, but also...
He put the ear right in his elbow right in his ear. It's close. Short time. He's racing against the clock here. Short time. Looks like he might be able to hold off. Wow.
Give credit to Cody Peterson, man.
That was close. That was close. Ingham's going to go down to start the second period. Johnson to cover.
Ingham placed third at state last year at 120 pounds. And right now really building off that successful freshman campaign. Currently ranked third in the state at 152.
Johnson's going to have to big lift. He's going to have to return him before he gets hit for stalling. He might want to just cut him.
And now...
No locked hands yet. Oh, nice little chin whip there for Ingham. He's going to pick up nothing yet. It's close to a reversal.
Looks like Peterson, had a hold of that ankle, but letting go, and now we'll see Ingham go to work on top again. And you look at Ingham's record, sometimes you got to take records with a grain of salt, but you know the schedule that Amory wrestled, and if you come into tonight with over 40 wins in the schedule that Amory had, that's saying something.
Oh yeah, for sure. Don't look at the wins and losses column here with Amory. They're going to go and seek the best competition. So as you see, Ingham right back to that bar. He puts his elbow right in the ear, and that should be it. It's close.
Jen, if I knew beforehand how much Amory liked arm bars, I would have kept track of how many we saw from them tonight.
Yeah, you're going to look for cross-face cradles and bar arms. That's what they do. They're going to beat you up, and then they're going to throw a bar or throw a cross-face and look to cradle you.
All right, up next at 160 pounds for West Salem Bangor. Last duel, it was Isaiah Murphy, 8'9" sophomore, that reported. And it looks like Amory will be sending out Cole Andren. So I'm guessing looking at the lineups, we do have the weigh-in sheets as well. Amory must have Cole Andren and Eddie Symes, both at 160. They must like something with the matchup here.
I know dual meet season here, a lot on the line. You know, you're gonna throw guys out there that you think give you the best chance.
Wow, nice slide by there.
Oh, nice. Nice little reversal there. Guy throws a leg in. Nice little roll. A lot of energy right off the whistle here. Points going up. Same for another slide by. He hangs his hands. No points yet. He's got to return him to the mat. And there it is. He throws leg in. Here comes another roll.
And this is what I love.
Keep your hips tight. He's going to try and take him the other way. Look for near fall.
And this is what I love about this sport. You have a couple guys, both under 500 on the year. You know, not the all-stars on their team, but this match matters here.
There's that cradle radar I was talking about. He's got long arms. He's got to get his. There it is. He's got it.
We'll see if he can get that bottom knee on the rib cage here.
That's close. That's close. Again, we talked about cradles earlier. You got to get that elbow pit to the knee pit and the other one around his throat. His throat's like roll coming. You know what Amory does when somebody goes cross body. They're looking to roll.
Get you in a little bit of danger.
He's looking to cast his hips. Now he's going to go power half on the far side. If you're going to power half, you're going to want to go elbow to elbow, not try and power half at the shoulder. He's going to be careful. He's got these long arms. Get your head close to your knee. You're going to get cradled. Oh, boy. Puts him.
Wow.
He gives him 2 near fall and then a 2 reversal. Quick count for Shooter there.
Murphy in great position there, but just a great display of strength by Andren.
Man, this is a lot of points going up on the board here. A lot of points.
Oh, man. Got to be careful with that grip on the cradle. Andren getting himself in some danger. And Murphy Picks up the reversal at the end to make it 12-4, but the way this match has been going, I don't think you can count anyone out of it.
Oh, no. People are going to their back left and right here.
And that's kind of, I've been getting into college wrestling a little more, Jens, and it is a little more controlled, that chess-style wrestling, but there's something about high school wrestling when they get into the high-scoring matches. I love it.
Oh, yeah. No, this is fun. A lot of times in college, it's all about position, right? These guys are letting it fly.
Andrew, good ankle roll there. Seeing a good scramble here at 160 pounds. West Salem looking to pick up a win and some much-needed bonus points.
Nice little scramble. Murphy using his leverage here. He's keeping his, got a little blood time here.
And you have to wonder how long can they keep this pace up?
Right. This blood time might have saved him a little bit. Give us a little more action come second or late second period, third period. It's important here too, coaches keep their benches, from getting too wound up. I remember in these situations, I know you're getting hyped for your teammate, but also controlling your emotions over there, making sure that you're ready to do your job. Stay focused on you. Right? It's easy to lose track of what your job is in these high energy situations. So coaches got to do a good job, and they're both, I can see they're both keeping their guys calm.
Last thing you want to do is cost your team a point in duels like this. Real quick on the coaching staff, so West Salem Bangor headed by head coach Josh Brewer in his 7th year leading the helm of the Catbirds. Amory with coach Mike Kelly in his 5th year.
Quick stand-up looking headlock, and he just gets the escape. Another slide by. Needs to get his hands to the mat. Oh, there's
there it is. That should be, no call yet. Now Andrin picks up another 2 points here, makes it 12-7. And you saw Andrin looking for that head throw. He was down by quite a few, but still the point in the match, Jens, where if you wrestle a solid fundamental match, you can work your way back into this.
Sure.
Andrin looking for the cradle, but left his head hanging.
This is big points here. This is big points. He's got 35 seconds to work.
Wow, how is
oh man.
How is he able to fight out of that one? Murphy goes up by 10. Give credit.
I know West Salem's scoring a lot of points, but don't count this Amory kid out. They're putting a lot of points, a lot of situations that could go either way.
A little coffee grinder action here from Murphy.
Short time here, 5 seconds left.
And we'll head to the third period. 17-7 right now.
Yeah, we talk a lot about bonus points here. Can Murphy hold on to this major, maybe go get a tech fall or a pin? Those are big points out there. If they're going to want to stay in this duel, they're going to have to match Amory where they're getting bonus points. So.
And good tactical move there by the Amory coaches. I think you saw Andrew got a little reckless on top, I think it's fair to say, and don't think they want to see him get in trouble. Wow, these two are just going at it again. I said, how long can they keep this up? And it looks like it's might go the full six the way it's going.
If Andrew hangs his hand, he might get hit with another slide by. He can't just rest his hands. Nice shot there by Murphy. Comes right up to his feet. He's got to look to dump right away. And he goes back down. You want to stay up on your feet if you can. Get that leg up high.
Andrew holding on to that wizard. Good dump there by Murphy.
Right now he's got a 13-point lead. He needs 2 near fall or to get another 2 takedowns. He's got a minute 20. Here's these situations in matches that you talk about with your guys. These are big points out there that he's got to go score.
Yeah, just needs one tilt turn of some sort. And at this point, too, with the tech in reach, once you get him on your back, you got to Got to find a way to secure that
close.
pin.
He's close. He's want to get out there a little ways. Get out there. He's stuck behind him a little bit. You want to get out to the side. Get out there. Yeah.
Wasn't perpendicular enough.
Man, these are big points out here. He's going to probably look for his cradle with his long length.
Oh, stall call against Andren.
Andren don't want to let it up. He's going to get his head a little close to his knee right now. Cradle is, he can get to it if he wants. There it is. Nope, he missed it. 20 seconds. Can he pick up these bonus points? This is a big.
And Andren still going to work. Picks up a reversal.
Credit to Andren.
It looked like Murphy was on pace for a tech ball, and Cole Andren hanging on. Only give up 14 points here. Makes the score 6-4 Amory. But give credit to both of these guys. Like I said, not the stars of their team, but both going out there. I think it's safe to say, Jens, they both left it all out on the mat.
Oh yeah, they're exhausted. They put a lot of energy out there, and that's what you want to see from your coaching staff. Guys going out there looking to score points.
And I'm guessing for Amory, that means we will see Eddie Symes going out there at 170, 37-8 senior. He'll be taking on Andy Johnson of West Salem Bangor, we're assuming anyways, at 32-8 junior. And one of those tactical things with the duel. Always a method to the madness with these coaches.
Eddie gets to an underhook on the left side right away. He's going to look to use that. I see a lot of guys getting underhooks, but they just sit and hang. When you get to that underhook, go use it. Go use it.
Staying aggressive with it.
He's looking for the pin right away, you can tell.
And Johnson out of West Salem Bangor. Honorable mention in the state right now at 170. Symes comes in ranked 6th at 160 pounds.
He's going whizzer. Doing a good job fighting that single. Eddie gets that takedown.
And this is a good match for Symes too, and that you bump up, you give up a little weight. It makes the technique a lot more important to follow through.
For sure, for sure. Eddie did spend quite a bit of time up at 170, but for sure you're weighing in at 163, 164, giving up weight as he does that. He hits a nice tilt here, cross wrist tilt. Looking for back points. He's going to have to elevate that leg. And he's not going to get any near fall with it. Hip's got a little loose there. He's got a wrist and a claw. He's going to look to pull him back in.
I always associate a cross ride with Northeast Wrestling. My old college roommate Jared Boone, he wrestled for Neilsville Greenwood Loyal. He told me all the time, like that's pretty much what we do on top.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's becoming a lot more popular, these cross wrist tilts. Guys are watching these college guys. Spencer Lee specifically, he lives on a cross wrist tilt. Very successful. As you see Eddie get right back to it. There he's got it a little bit tighter. He's going to get near fall off of it. He's got to squeeze. Everything's got to be tight when he rolls through. As he finishes that tilt, he looks, go cross-face cradle right away. Big bonus points out here.
Wow. Andy Johnson maybe saved by the bell a little bit.
I think the story here so far has been top wrestling. Every guy we've seen win here is being able to get a turn, right? Obviously, they get a takedown, but they're able to get to turns.
Well, wow, textbook Granby right there.
It is.
Give credit to Johnson rolling through that.
Yep. There again, Eddie Amory in on a bar. We talked about it early. It's going to be a bar or it's going to be a cradle.
Uh-oh, looking for a double bar. And when you get in that position, if you're the bottom guy, pretty much put your hands on your stomach and hold on for dear life. It's,
yeah, you let a guy get a double arm bar, that's your first problem.
We'll see if Signs can, wonder if he'll snap that leg through just like that. And
this is going to get real tight.
And there it is, a stack by Signs. Makes the score 12-4 Amory.
With a fall from Amory, Eddie Signs.
That brings us into 182 pounds here. Judging off of regional lineups and what we saw tonight for Amory, you have to assume they're sending out 34-9 at junior Grant Cook and West Salem Bangor. Send out 22-18 junior Luke Knoll. And funny thing about this one, gents, we talked about it quite a bit in the first round.
You guys will see each other first round at sectionals here Saturday. Get a good feel for each other now. Make those adjustments as the week goes on. Nice little snap down from Cook there. He's looking to run corner right away, and Cradle, they're always looking to score off those scores, right? Best time to score back points is off of a takedown, and they're doing a great job of that.
And just always seems like they're, obviously that's what you're always trying to do in wrestling, but it always seems like they're one step ahead and trying to look for that turn once they once they get on top.
Again, Cook looking to sneak that bar in there, pull it back. He's got it back, now he's gonna run his elbow right to his ear. I was trying to pull back maybe a double arm bar. Secures that post, and he's gonna.
And there's the big step, and I think that's the third arm bar that we've seen just in this duel. And there it is, another pin for Amory, makes it 18-4 now.
With the ball at 182 pounds for Amory, Grant Cook.
And, we talked about staving off bonus points and just speaking, calling a spade here. This is not where West Salem Bangor wants to be heading into 195.
Absolutely not. As we talked about, we're getting into murderer's row here, and it's
now wrestling for West Salem Bangor.
They got their work cut out for them.
Chris Nahara. And for
now West Salem Bangor up here is senior Chris Nahara, 26-13. He'll be taking on last year's 195-pound state champion, Cale Hoppy.
Cale gets to an underhook, drives him out of bounds here.
Wow, just staying heavy. It's really, it's awesome
nice
to see.
Shot.
Wow, what a fireman by Nahara. That.
Hey, that's going to give you confidence. He gets lazy with his underhook. There's an opportunity to hit a little fireman's there. If he leaves his elbow up, I think.
And you have to wonder if he woke the beast a little bit there, but man, that was a slick fireman.
He's fighting tough here. He's doing a great job. There it is. Right to a takedown, right to a crossface. Didn't waste really any time. That's kind
and
of
they're going right to the cradle.
With the fall, 195 pounds for Amory.
And Cale Hoppy with the pin, but that fireman by Nahara might have been one of the smoothest offensive moves that we saw.
He did. Cale left his arm, or that underhook, kind of lazy, and he was able to hit a quick little fireman's butt. Good wrestling from Cale, was able to kind of scramble out of it. Didn't give up in the position. Able to come back up to his feet, right to his score, and then gets a pin.
And up next here at 220, got the second of the Hopke brothers. We
Now
have
wrestling at
Coy
220
Hopke,
pounds for
45-0 sophomore,
Hunter
ranked
Anderson.
first in the state, which is what you'd expect for someone that's top 5 in the nation at their weight right now. He is taking on Hunter Anderson of West Salem Bangor. 13 and 16 senior. Hopke in on a quick shot there.
They waste no time. They go right to that cross-face cradle, and that's tight.
It kind of reminds me, I don't know if you watched much of Brooks Empey from Stoughton, but he was a big take a shot, quick cradle, get the pin in 30 seconds kind of guy.
Don't waste time.
Hopke using that length to his advantage, and another pin
And with the
here.
fall, at 220 pounds from Amory, Coy Hopke.
And this talk about the momentum. West Salem Bangor had a good second match, made it 6-4, and Amory railed off 4 pins in a row.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make an adjustment, right? Take a deep breath here if they're gonna want to get back into this. Slow things down.
And the funny thing about this 195 to heavyweight, maybe that's our vantage point as well.
Now wrestling
It looks like the
280
Hopkes and
pounds
Robert
for
B. It
West
looks like they're all
Salem
just pretty much the same build.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to guess who's who if you didn't know who they were.
Right.
And these Amory guys, they just stay aggressive. Sometimes you see guys hang out in a collar tie and just use that as a moment to rest. It is not a resting moment for.
No, like as we talked, they're gonna wrestle hard for six minutes. They're looking to go to war the whole time.
And Robert Beasy, 41-3 sophomore, ranked first in the state at heavyweight. He's taking on Reed Rasmussen, West Salem Bangor, 26-15, I believe, after the duel against Neilsville.
Beasy gets that crossface. Maybe look to bundle, run around the head. There it is. Keep your chest. That's going to be tough right there.
I was looking to sink in that half, 1 minute left here. Just, man, the pressure that he brings on top, it almost, when someone's good on top, it almost makes the bottom person feel like they can't breathe almost. They don't have a second to operate. And one thing I saw there from Beasy that, we didn't get many opportunities to see it, but working from that crossface, trying to cradle out, that doesn't work, then transitioning to the barbed wire. It's always nice when you have a couple options branching off of a certain position.
Oh, for sure. That's good transition wrestling right there. You got thunder, now you got lightning. These guys are going to be speed. Got to spend a little time with Berkey, and man, he's fast. He's full of energy.
Now wrestling 106 pounds for
Berkey, one of those guys in a regional last year, had 2 state place winners in his regional, can't do much about that. And this year, I think he's coming in with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. He's had a tough schedule, but comes into this one ranked 9th, is 23-12. He's taking on Jackson Resler of West Salem Bangor, 23-12 freshman. So similar records here. As Berkey gets first blood, gets the takedown.
Both these guys are real lengthy for 106 pounders. They look like big 6 pounders.
Look at that, just sucking that arm in. You can tell that's a series that they
spend
that's
a lot
their
of
bread
time
and
there.
butter. And good movement. Nice job knee sliding there by Resler. Berkey with a chin drop attempt. See if he can hold on to that. And right away, just going back to the crossface. I think he has the cradle locked up.
We want to keep that, like we talked about, elbow pit on that knee pit. Great.
Wow, nice job by Resler, just fighting with the hands, slowly breaking that grip. You know, in a match like this, that was huge by him not to, you know, potentially give up 2 or 3 near fall there.
Right, yeah, no. He's battling, making it hard to do anything. Good, nice job. Points at the end of period. Big escape there for Jackson. Berkey in on a shot, short time. Can he finish in these 10 seconds? Gotta stay tight, nothing.
Oh, man. Thought Resler was maybe going to hold on to that whizzer for a couple seconds longer.
Big takedown there by Berkey.
And I think that's just one of those things. You got a couple of younger wrestlers. For Resler, just knowing that there's a few seconds left in the period, so maybe just try fighting that off. I know.
Yeah, staying in good position, moving your hands and moving your feet in the very end of period. Can't relax in those last 5-10 seconds. Berkey looking to create that hip separation. Jackson doing a great job following here. Arms staying, keeping those hands behind. Got to keep those arms behind and follow. Berkey's able to clear a wrist.
Wow, in on a double from that.
We're going to give him 1 loss of control there as they head back to the center.
I think Berkey was banking on college rules for the reversal there.
I think they should go to college rules. Give them the whole match.
If there's one thing that I'm all in for policy, it's that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's just a good adjustment there by the junior from Amory. Kind of saw that position in the first period, and this time around taking advantage of it on the chin drop.
A little bit quicker there this time around. See a lot of these guys reversing a half. I'm a big proponent of keeping that half Nelson and getting it tight.
$50 seconds left. We'll see if our Resler can fight off here.
That's tight. 6 more for Amory. They're starting to run away with this.
And
106 pounds.
with that makes it 42-4. Amory, 6 matches left. So it's official. Amory will be going back into Team State, looking to defend their title down at Camp Randall in a couple of weekends here. But Jens, if you're the West Salem coaches, you know, I've had a few conversations with Josh Brewer over the years. You know they're not going to lay down at any point. They have a young team. I think the goal for them, they have the advantage at a few weights coming up. Try to get as many points as you can on the board and give yourself a benchmark for next year.
Oh, no, for sure. I mean, even thinking this year, I mean, these are matchups you might see at the sectional tournament, as we've talked. You know, make a statement now. This is important. These next couple matches, you know, heading into Saturdays, is make that statement now. Make them rethink some things on Saturday.
Got a pretty good matchup here. Hey, another matchup that we're going to see first round at sectionals in Amory on Saturday. Brett Plomidal, 32-6 sophomore. Lane Anderson for Amory, 33-12 freshman.
Yeah, this is going to be a great match. I mean, I know Lane Anderson lost to the #1 kid in the state from Baldwin Woodville, Colton Hush, on Saturday. So he's coming in as the 2nd place finisher at the regional. But he's tough. I mean, Plomidal, he's got his hands full here.
I gotta say, if there's someone in the state that I don't think is talked about enough, Colton Hush from Baldwin Woodville, man, that guy.
He's a scrapper. He just makes every position hard. You know, he's gonna fight you for 6 minutes. It's gonna be a fun weight class come late February.
Yeah, just looking at the rankings, Colton Hush, Baldwin Woodville, Reed Spurley of Dodgeville in the top 2 guys who won't see each other all year. And man, if that's the matchup at state,
it's going to be a fun one. Spurley's had a good off season. He had a good fall. That's going to be a fun matchup.
Nice defense here by Plomidal. Anderson just powering through.
Keep that head down. He goes to a shin whizzer. No points yet. No points yet. Good no call yet. He's got to step over that. Lane's got to keep those ankles from being hooked. There's short time. There's nothing yet. Keep those hips up. There's a takedown.
Wow, there it is. Nice job getting the cross mace, make him pay for holding on to the leg.
Right.
That's exactly what Plomidal did there.
It's a big point. 10 seconds left in the period. You get a takedown in a match like this. Big points there. Amory knows what's on the line here heading into Saturday. I mean, this is a statement match here tonight.
Plomidal maybe looking for the leg ride for a second there.
Gets weight on his hands. Long, lengthy wrestler. I can see him throwing legs in. Lane does a great job getting hand control, getting to his feet, creating that hip separation. He's back on a wrist, taking him into the edge.
And it's nice seeing West Salem Bangor here representing their regional, because they do, aside from Northwestern, they have the furthest trip up here, but you do kind of see that regional difference in how people wrestle. West Salem close to that La Crosse area wrestling club, and you see a lot of the staples of that in their style.
Oh, for sure. Working on a 2-on-1 here. Lane looking to hold his wrist, keep those wrists. Stalling call right. Lane Anderson gets hit for stalling there on the edge of the mat.
I think something we've seen from all four teams tonight that you have to appreciate. Seems like
Nice low single.
wow. See if you can climb up, get the 2 here.
Nice little takedown. Didn't waste any time on his finish. Talk a lot about that, of getting in on those shots and finishing quick, not letting your opponent attack your ankles, not wasting a lot of energy. Plomidal looks to, I can tell Amory
rolling through.
Cross body. Oh, nice scramble. That's got him in trouble a little bit tonight. Guy throws leg in, they're trying to roll around.
And Plomidal, yeah, at least going to get 2 out of that.
Well, that's definitely on a scouting report, guy. Throws legs in there looking to roll.
And I was saying right before that
Short
great
time.
takedown by Plomidal earlier, we've seen a lot of good 2-on-1 Russian offense tonight.
Yes. Yep.
Not often you see high school guys capitalize with that position, but we've seen people get aggressive with it, get good positioning.
Plomidal looks to take down here in the third period with a 6-1 lead. Here's a bonus point opportunity. You know, he gets away in a takedown, a ride out. He's going to secure some bonus points. Nice
Wow,
reversal.
just staying persistent.
If you're the coaching staff, you make a decision here. You want to cut him and take him down one more time, or you're going to look to turn him. He's got 1:42, I'd say, at that. Oh, and he hits him for stalling just like that. He's got the major right now.
So now Plomidal, yeah, just got to look to ride out. Of course, he's going to stay aggressive, looking for a near fall here.
He's going to want to stay on that single leg. Don't. Oh, that's a quick stall call on Plomidal.
These refs are really pushing the action tonight. Yeah,
They do,
you
yeah.
love to see it.
They don't give you much time there. But anytime you come over the head, you give your opponent kind of a way to move his feet and get out of there, create that hip separation. Plomidal, they're not staying on his knees. He's going to have to go get a takedown here to secure that major. Lane looking to go big.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. That's going to be Lane takedown. He might not win
Amory
this
coach
match.
is electing for a cut, but Plomidal taking advantage. Just a little lapse there from Anderson. Plomidal in on the leg now.
As much as that takedown might not mean anything right now in this deciding this duel, that makes, that gives them some confidence going into Saturday.
You know the coach are going to be telling them, hey, look, you got the takedown. Why can't you do it again?
Yeah, they'll go and look at what he did. Obviously Plymouth didn't look very comfortable in that double overs. Maybe he keeps going to that. That's 2 times he scored from that. That might be the adjustment he makes Saturday. Get to those underhooks. Plymouth hasn't looked very comfortable there in double overs.
And Brett Plymouth will hold on for the win. That'll make the score 42-7 Amory.
And your winner at 113 pounds with a 10-6 decision from West End Managor, Brett Plymouth.
Brings us to 120 pounds. So 5 matches left here in team sectional action tonight. For Amory, we'll have Braden Pinard, a 7'11" freshman. Looks like West Salem Bangor reporting first here, though, at 120. 120 pounds. It'll be Braden Glasspool, 27'9", a junior.
Braden Glasspool. And for Amory, Braden Pinard.
Nice low double there for Braden Glasspool. He's going to look to go work on top right away.
And Glasspool, one of the guys who was on the wrong side of that. They had a different sectional or state qualifying standard last year. He had to finish top 2 in Division II sectionals. He, along with a few other West Salem wrestlers, finished 3rd, and that's just tough considering most years that's what gets you in.
Right, yeah. Last year was a frustrating year for a lot of guys. And I know there was a lot of guys that maybe were right there to place in the state tournament, but couldn't even make it through to the state tournament.
And it's one of those things, too, from a coverage media side of things. It left a lot of guys and left them off of that big scene. And I think we're seeing a lot of people have breakout years this year, throwing out air quotes, but they just didn't have a chance to wrestle at state.
Right. Braden's got to keep that weight forward, Pinard. He's got to get his, lets the leg come in, slips it there.
Yeah, these West Salem, they are going to be heavy and looking for those leg rides.
Long, lengthy.
Looks like he had a wrist and a half there for a second. Pinard, though, nice job just pinching down.
He's going to have to cast his hips here, get his hips turned. And keep the cross face here. Don't want to run his head to his knee.
Hey, cast over, third part of it. We're talking about that cross face series. Yep. That's a third option that you have there.
Short time here in the first period.
We'll start the second here. Glasspool up 2-0. Nice switch attempt, but Glasspool
looking to crowd him there. Braden Pinard there doing a good job. Nice little scramble here. Who can get the leg up higher? He's got to keep turning into him, keep elevating. Nice. Comes back down tonight. He wanted to stay on his feet there.
I always like to call those switch-offs, Jen. Just who's going to end up winning that battle there, like you said.
He was in good position. He came down to the mat with Glasspool. He's going to want to stay on his feet there. A little head start there on top. Catches him this time on the good adjustment there by Glasspool. He almost got switched there the first time, makes the adjustment.
Going back to that crossface.
I think bottom's a point of emphasis here moving forward for these two teams. Guys who are winning, they're winning on top. They're able to ride. Got to be able to get away in these big matches.
Well, and that's one of those things. We talked a lot about top wrestling tonight. On bottom, as a coach, you want your wrestlers to have the mindset that that's going to be the easiest point or 2 points that they score in a match, and they're going to do it in the first 10 seconds.
Oh, for sure. And I think that's old school. Oh, wow. Stalling call there. That's a tough stall call right there. But yeah, I think that's old school thinking. I think you go where your best position is. That's not necessarily an easy point anymore.
Yeah.
That's old school thinking that's an easy 1 point. It's not the case anymore.
No, we've seen the top game evolve a lot over
yeah. There's a way to game that system. We saw Glasspool get hit with a stall call. He was in a pinning combination.
Yeah, I thought.
It's tough to see that one, but big return here, short time. He's gonna have to get his hips up on top. Good
And
ride.
wow, give credit to Braden Glasspool.
Tough ride out there. Glasspool's gonna choose neutral here. Interesting choice. Takedown ties it up here. Maybe they're seeing something in Pinard that we haven't seen. Pinard gets to that 2-on-1.
Well, again, kind of like what you just talked about. Haven't seen a lot of success on bottom.
Right. Glasspool looks to clear that into his own 2-on-1 here. He has been hit for stalling. He's gonna have to be careful here. He's gonna have to move forward, clear that. We might see a stall call. I can see it. There it is. There it is.
And Glasspool holding on to that out. We'll have to wonder if we'll see a drag attempt here. You can see him, he was looking to block the leg.
There you go. You called it. It's a good call right there. I believe the score is 4-1. They have it 4-0 on the scoreboard. They got hit twice for stalling.
And I think he might have called Pinard for stalling on it. It's tough because Amory's on the home side of the scoreboard, but they are red on the. Yeah.
There
It's
it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll see who the points assessed to. There it is. Yep, 1 point for Pinard. Wow.
It can be hard to see. I know the refs are doing a great job. He's earned the only 2 takedowns here. It's hard to see a guy get called for stalling, and he's been the only one to earn those points.
And it's one of those conundrums where you built the lead. Do you earn the right a little bit to slow the match down?
Exactly. Yep. And now he just hit Pinard. That's a good match. That's a real good match.
I think both wrestlers can take away a lot of good things from that match.
Yep, no, for sure. Some good little scrambles in there. They wrestled hard too for 6 minutes. Both of them did.
And your winner at 120 pounds with a
126 pounds. Looks like we'll see Isaac Schneep Duffy at 21-17 sophomore for the Catbirds. He'll be taking on Hunter Beasy, 6'7" junior. And Jens, I know this is more your neck of the woods here. Are Hunter and Robert any relation?
Yes, I believe that's Robert's younger brother.
His little brother in multiple ways.
Yes, right.
Isaac Schneep Duffy, and for Amory, Hunter Beasy.
Also, quick side, gotta love seeing this here. All the wrestlers taking advantage of a no more hair length rule.
Right. Nice single leg. He's gonna have to look to pop his head, come through the middle, or run corner. Beasy doing a great job There's a good lift. Keep your ankles free here. You want to keep your ankles. Bring your chest up high. Nice little scramble by Beasy. Oh, what do we got? We're going to see some. What are we going to see here? Oh, wow.
You had to assume back points were coming out of that one way or another.
Nice little scramble. Beasy's got him in a headlock.
And 1:15 left there. It's going to be tough for Duffy to fight out of this one. Oh, looking for a body lock. Beasy.
That's tight. He's got a minute to fight it. Oh, that's going to get really tight. You're going to want to go ahead and that's tight.
Give credit to Duffy. He's
fighting.
One heck of a bridge there. 42 seconds left in the middle of the mat. A lot of kids.
They give up in that position. He's going to try and roll him through.
Wow.
He might get he's got to get his hips up on top.
Now Beasy's showing off with a bridge of his own.
And a reversal.
Give credit to Duffy. He spent about a minute in that position.
And he's going to maybe pick up some near fall of his own. We might go into this period tied. Duffy spent about a minute and 40 seconds on his back, but we're going to go into the second period tied 5-5.
And folks, that's a great example of not giving up right there.
keep wrestling. Now, did Duffy make it to sectionals next week?
We'll pull up the brackets here real quick.
I don't believe Beasy did. I could be wrong.
Yep, so these two not wrestling
on Saturday. So a lot of pride here for your team. You know, this could be some of their last matches on the year. Big points for your team.
And again, with West Salem Bangor, young team, they're slowly chipping away, getting more points. Why not take some pride in if you come out of this losing to Amory 42-20, you know?
Right. Yep.
Give you something to build off for next year.
A decently young squad here for West Salem.
And these Amory guys on bottom, not something I'm familiar with seeing, but it seems like they really like to work that crab ride position and try to get the top wrestler in danger.
Right, yeah. They're not afraid to roll around on bottom. Maybe things you don't teach your average kid, but they feel pretty comfortable. I know guys throwing legs in on them, they're comfortable rolling around down there.
Oh, might see a three-quarter Nelson here.
We're going to see something right now.
Oh, I thought he had the head from my vantage point.
Trying to figure out what he had. I'll have to learn this technique. I've never seen it before. He's got the ankle hooked. He's
now it's Beasy's turn
wrist
here and find out what he's made of. Don't know if we'll necessarily see a pinning combination yet there.
He gets too near fall from it.
Oh, already has the wrist posted out. Looking 20 seconds left. Duffy looking to put up 6 for the Catbirds. And somehow Beasy keeping his shoulder up.
He's got to get his head off the mat if he wants to pin him. His head's keeping his shoulders off. I've seen a lot of guys go to that reverse half. I'm a big proponent of keeping that half and sinking it really deep and keeping that head off the mat.
That's pretty, that was the only thing saving Beasy in that moment.
Yeah, his head was able to stay on the mat, keep his shoulders off.
It's the start of the third. Duffy will start down.
I think both these guys spent a lot of energy in that first period One trying to get off his back, the other one trying to secure that fall, ended early.
Well, I think that's what exactly got Duffy back into this event. When you're trying to pin someone for that long and it doesn't happen, a little bit gets taken out of you mentally, too.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Now Beasy looking for a cradle here. Needs to get that
He might
elbow
have
on the
locked
knee,
up.
though.
Oh, yeah. He's got to come sit next to him. Wow.
And at the very least, we're going to have a tie match.
Man, this is going to be, we're going to have a tie match. Oh, he's reaching back, grabs the head. Uh-oh.
Let's see if Beasy can maybe roll through, but Duffy looks pretty comfortable there. Has his hips down as well.
Now they give the reversal. He might get a pin here too. There it is.
There it is. And this is what I love to see from the team and the crowd. They're
in it.
Fall at 126 pounds for West Salem Bangor, Alex Duffy.
That's just a good wrestling culture down in West Salem Bangor.
Rallying around their guys. You know, they know they're down. They know they got a lot of work ahead of them here, but they just keep battling.
At 132 pounds now, just like that, 3 weight classes left. They got West Salem Bangor. He's sending out Nick Ziegler, 15 and 17.
Now wrestling at 132 pounds for West Salem Bangor, Nick Ziegler. And for Amory, Sam Kelly.
11 and 11 senior for Amory. That's Sam Kelly.
Ziegler gets to an underhook. Now he's in double overs. Oh, he goes headlock. There it is.
I was going to say, judging by the first 10 seconds, you have to think someone's going to go flying at some point in this match.
It wouldn't be right if someone didn't, the way this duel is going so far. Oh.
Wow, and now Kelly with the roll through.
There's no quitting these guys. He's looking to go cradle.
Kelly with that reversal, but not for Ziegler picks up a couple of near fall to go up 4-2. We've just seen a lot of action in this duel in general.
Yeah. That's what you want to see in wrestling. No one wants to come watch those 3-1 duels. Guys want to go see points put on the board. These guys have done just that tonight.
We'll reset in the middle here. Ziegler still up 4-2. Kelly, though, looking to battle back in it. Almost had a cradle locked up there at the edge of the mat.
Ziegler, you see he weighs in at 126, but he's wrestling 132.
There it is, another arm bar. Didn't have a hold of the other arm, but good adjustment there by Kelly. Now switching off to a half.
There's that half that I was talking about. Doesn't. And now he switches to the.
How's the coaching you feeling right now, Jen?
These guys are doing a great job.
I've always been a fan too. Scoop the head, post the wrist, and
yeah, no. There's no one way to do things. That's what's so special about wrestling.
Yep. So 5-4 here at the start of the second.
Did Ziegler, did he make it into sectionals at 126? I know maybe he's not there.
Ziegler, no, making it out of that. That was a Jackson Blaken of Melman, and then William Penn of Ellsworth.
Okay.
It's a fair bet. You know, we talked about the paths each team took to get here. Fair bet coming out of that regional that the qualifier was either from Ellsworth, West Salem, or Melman GET.
Those are three great teams.
With the 7-point battle that they had.
Oh, yeah. Looking to go Granby.
So no near fall out of it, but nonetheless gets the reversal. That's huge because, Jens, it seems like tonight the bottom points have been at a premium.
Yeah, no, these guys are doing a great job on bottom.
I think we have a double arm bar here, though, for Kelly, and see if he can find the mat space to operate with here. But, you know, if you're Ziegler, not much you can do in this position.
No.
There it is, the sit through. Just needs to make sure that that other arm doesn't go through.
This is just an experienced senior for Amory. Been through the program. Does probably all the little things right. Given an opportunity here at team sectionals to put some points on the board for his team.
And it's looking like about 10 seconds left here in the second. And Kelling's going to be hanging on to a 10-4 lead here. But don't count Ziegler out of it. We saw he has a few moves in his tool belt on his feet.
Oh, yeah.
Probably going to see him try to utilize those in the third here.
Sam has scored 10 unanswered points. Ziegler's going on top right now, down 10-4. Gets to that cross wrist. He's got to get his head and his elbow underneath, kind of rush that a little bit. Good job by it. Keeling. He's going to go right back to that Granby. Oh.
I know what he was thinking with trying the half on the far side, but I don't think you want to get your arms too deep with these Amory guys.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, he's rushing some of these positions. Goes right back to that
big
armbar.
step. And no pin here at the end of the second with that armbar, but a little more time for Kelling to work with. Remember, keep in mind, Ziegler started this matchup 4-0, and Kelling with quite the turnaround the last 4 minutes.
Sam Kelling.
You can tell Amory's kind of fired up for him. He's a senior in the lineup. Maybe didn't make it to sectionals, but he's still battling for his team. Guy who's been through the program, done all the right things, probably works really hard. And guys, they show support for that. It's a great teammate right there.
Now roasted at 138 pounds for West Salem Bangor, Evan Wolf. And for Amory, Joseph.
He's one of those guys that may not always show in like the record books, but it's the dudes that you need on your team.
Right. This is kind of a match I was looking forward to seeing. I know Evan's probably the favorite on paper here, but once is no slouch. You know, he didn't make it to sectionals, but he's got some big wins on the year too. He's gritty, he's tough, makes things hard on you.
Oh yeah, this is, you could argue it's the premier match of this duel at least. Evan Wolf last year, part of that group that finished third at sectionals, didn't make it onto state, but 2 years ago, 6th place finisher at 126 pounds for the Catbirds. So this is a good barometer matchup, I'd say, for both of them, kind of see where they're at.
Right, there it is, nice sweep single there for Wentz. He's a senior, didn't make the sectional tournament. got caught in a tough regional, but he's gritty. He's going to fight for every point. He's going to make every point hard. Good job here from Evan Wolf, getting that foot to the mat, attacking hands. Great wrestling so far. This is going to be a fun match.
Good snap down there by Wolf. He's trying to fight that hand back. Wolf trying a little fake shot of his own here, trying to maybe work in some upper body action.
He's got double unders right now. Switches to an underhook. Wentz doing a good job controlling that opposite hand. You can see Wentz, he's come through that program. He does a good job attacking your attack hand. He controls that attack hand. Feels that shot coming, down blocks. He's into that 2-on-1.
You know, if you're Wolf, senior this year, obviously still at the individual side of things, but then, you know, it's always a little different wrestling for your team. So last duel here for Wolf. You know he wants to go out on a high note with that.
Right. Wentz chooses bottom here to start the second period. Wentz right up to his feet right away. Good mat return. Gets back to his feet and a quick escape there for Wentz.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the 106 match where not a lot of scoring right now, but doesn't necessarily mean a lack of action.
Seen Evan Wolf's pace slow just a little bit. His feet aren't moving as much as they were. Wentz continuing to take ground, move his hands and move his feet. There's a nice sweep single. He's going to look to come to his feet. Evan, same thing. He's going to want to attack hands and get his foot to the mat. Attack, get his foot. Keep attacking hands, keep attacking hands. Wentz looking to get the leg up high. Good little scramble here.
Wow, good
Nice
dump there,
scramble.
but wow, Wolfing on the legs. And
That's continuing to wrestle. That's good stuff right there. Nice job by Evan Wolf there. Never quitting. He was dead to rights there, and he just kept wrestling. This is a big point for Wentz, though. He's kind of relaxed on bottom, not seeing the same energy I did right when the second period started. He's going to want to get to his feet.
well, that was huge. You know, we talked earlier about almost getting a pin and then having to recover from that. How about getting in as deep on a shot as he did and
Right.
then being the one that gets scored on?
Yep, that can take it out of a guy. He's been in deep twice and he hasn't been able to finish. You know, what's going through his mind right now? He's probably not thinking about getting to another single leg.
Hey, there's that roll that we see again.
Amory loves that, you know. Guy throws a leg in, they're looking to cross-body roll.
Jens, from a coaching standpoint, what's your strategy if you're coaching against Amory and you know they're going for those rolls?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I mean, if you're comfortable with legs, you know, they can only hit that roll from a cross body, right? So if you go cross body, you know that's coming. I'm looking to get both legs in as quick as I can if I'm going to throw a leg in. I'm not going to throw a leg in and just hang out. It works when you just look to throw a leg in and kind of waste time, hang out, use it as a stall ride. But if you throw that second leg in right away, they don't really have a roll. So that's my philosophy. If you're going to put a leg in, look to throw that second one in right away. Good job of Evan getting to that quad pod, coming out. Nice ankle pick. Ooh, got to get the pinky to the heel there. He kind of was up in the calf area. He was able to kind of stomp his foot down. Nice shot again.
I can see how Wentz defend the single leg here. Oh, he's kind of looking for a cutback there.
Yeah, I think it's. I truly think that not finishing those two single legs really took it out of Wentz here. He really conceded that takedown really easy, and now Evan's going to get. Looks like he might get to a cradle. Just not. He let him run the corner really easy on that single leg. Normally you're going to want to get your belt buckle over his head, and he kind of just let him run corner there. So.
And you can see Wolf, like you said, Wolf looked a little relaxed at the end of the first. Now, senior, solid wrestler, he kind of smells blood in the water, got on the attack a little more.
He found it, he's kind of found his rhythm a little bit here. He's kind of felt maybe when slow down, the pace slow down, and he's really gotten comfortable in this match. He's got a cradle locked up here. He can go suicide if he wants. He's going to leg in. There's still, I guess I don't even know the high school rule exactly when you can and when you can't. I know Amer's saying he's out of bounds, but
it's a 2 supporting point thing. Even that could be a little long to explain on it.
Right. Yeah, that's why I think they just need to go to 1 supporting part in. You're in. You can wrestle. Makes it a lot easier on the officials. Fans can understand it a lot more.
Well, and I know some people's arguments against that is if you're in tight confines, if like you're right next to a bleachers or something, how do you go about that? But the official, there's also that boundary where you got to keep things safe. Like they'll call it if they're close to that area.
Right. Right. Leg comes in right away for Wolf, doing a good job. Looking to cast hips short time here.
And a huge difference there for Wolf. He went his hips to the mat, so you can't even roll from that.
There. Good adjustments by Wolf there as the match went on. That was a fun match, though. Wentz got in on some nice shots, some crafty defense there.
At 138 pounds with a decision, 8-1, Evan Wolf of Salem, Bangor.
Looks like we are down to our last match here at Team Sectionals. And Jen, I love this because the duel was finished essentially scoring-wise about 5 matches ago, but these teams have not let off the gas at all.
No, they put pride in the work they put in the room. No one's gonna, succumb to anything. So I'm glad that these guys are fighting tooth and nail to the very end.
For Amory, of course, it looks like we'll see Mason Ty Lee.
I know Mason Ty Lee had a wrestle match for 3rd. Did he make it to the sectional tournament?
Well, it's funny you say that because I think you asked that the first duel and we jumped to something else. But yes, Ty Lee did. He did win that 2nd place wrestle back. Yeah, it's him and Hunter Gartman from Baldwin Woodville that made it out of that regional.
Okay.
And hey, facing another sectional qualifier here in Trevor Arntz.
I know Mason Tylee's been pretty banged up this year. Senior, he's going to go out there and give it what he has. Nice little
wow,
there.
I think that was the same thing we saw in the first period, in the first match.
Yep. He's found something that feels comfortable for him. He's got a tight half here.
Hey, good Trevor Arntz, good freshman campaign, but I think that's just a little bit of that upperclassman intensity and advantage there.
That's some old guy strength right there, senior right there.
And, man, what a few great duels we had. Just running through the scores here real quick. Amory beat Northwestern 78-3. West Salem, Bangor beat Neilsville Greenwood Loyal 48-32. And the score might not show it, Jen, but this was a great duel in the finals. Amory wins at 54-19. Any final thoughts here?
No, hey, West Salem, credit to them, come out here and scrapping. They got a great young team ahead of them. Amory just a little too experienced. They got some upperclassmen that they're gonna be a reckon to mess with here heading into February, March. So good luck to Amory here. Congratulations to West Salem on an awesome dual meet season. I know that they still got some guys that are gonna look to place high. Amory, they got a solid squad. It's going to be fun to see if they can repeat here come March.
And yeah, they will be in action at Camp Randall at the field house here in a few Saturdays. And Jen's got to say it was a pleasure announcing with you, man, for the first time hopping on. Think it went pretty well.
Yeah, no, this was fun. I appreciate you guys having me come talk wrestling. There's nothing I enjoy more than getting to talk wrestling, so I appreciate it.
Alongside my commentary partner and myself, I am Team Fenwick signing off.